speculation for Joe Aribo. There's been speculation around your own name this week, Stephen. What would you say to those linking you with a move away?
Do I look happy?
Very.
Do I look settled? Don't ask me silly questions then.
Oh, did you, aye?
Well, what's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Woo! Times, Barton, don't be celebrating. Come on. Sad times. Black armband. Come on. Stephen Gerrard left Rangers.
Stevie G. Liverpool Stevie G.
He left Rangers. Best
Who'd he
team.
go to?
Best team in Scotland. Where did
Who'd he go to?
Aston Villa.
Good on him.
Sorry,
Good on him.
Rangers.
So who's managing Rangers now?
I think they're getting the postman. Got postman in to take over. Here, what's crack?
That's highly divisive.
You wonder why we get the dislikes?
Seems to me like you're trying to take the cunt out of Rangers. I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
Come on now. Come on. I didn't need more any Celtic gear or anything. Here, never forgotten. You put it straight out of my head. Last week, Marvel, mysterious Marvel. Scoob, wasn't it?
Brilliant, Mr. Jason, what a superstar.
We've had no dislikes in the show so far.
So far.
What
do them revival boys get out of their beds? Start checking out YouTube.
Well, the revival boys are going to be playing in a club soon here. There's a club going down that direction. So
that's right.
They'll have somewhere to go. Talk about
some crack. One pitch each.
Stadiums. one player each.
One pitch each.
You're him and you're him. 11 players standing around the table, and you're him. And that's the only one you're allowed to flick. Here, let's get straight into it. Let's go and see Barry Sez.
Hi everyone again. This week I've been asked to cover a few rules around throw-ins and a couple of rules around corners. In this throw-in example, remember to pick your man. If you haven't picked your man and then do a possessional flick, then the possession of that throw-in changes to your opponent. If you decide to do a no flicks situation, same applies. Before you say no flicks, pick your man. It's really, really simple, and it's just to avoid any hassle and any change of possession. The other one is around your player. Where should your player be positioned? You should always be positioned behind the line, not across the line in any fashion. That could create a little bit of a better angle in some positions. You always must be behind the line. The other one is around distance. Remember, it's a 2-finger rule around the distance between the ball and the defender. The only time that doesn't apply is if you've done a no flick situation. The referee does not need to grant the 2 fingers. So that's a simple one. The last one is around quarters. For a throw-in, you're allowed to hit the ball into 1 quarter. Try it again. You're allowed to hit the ball into 1 quarter, okay, but you're not allowed to hit it into 2 quarters, okay. So if that goes into the penalty area like that, imagine that just landed here, then that's a change of possession. The referee just calls change and the possession of the ball changes. So just to sum that up, the ball for any throw-in can go into 1 quarter, but it's not allowed to go into the next quarter over. For corners, again, pick your man. You're allowed 3 flicks for corners. The difference is that if you don't take your 3 flicks, the defender can take theirs, and it's around distance. So distance for corners is approximately about 5 fingers, which is about 90 mil. Okay, so again, I mean, it's not really used that much in corners because a lot of the times you're hitting it out here, but in a position where it is necessary, it's 90 mil, which is approximately about 5 fingers. All right, guys. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you very much, Barry.
Barry, is Barry not the ultimate star, ultimate gent?
don't be revealing the results yet of our last tournament. I want to mention. We mentioned the Alan Lee and the ASA what they're doing with the donation. So they're asking people to donate equipment to clubs, and then the clubs are finding like new players and giving them stuff. So like Kane has given Sure Shot a lot of stuff. Can Kane give them, and then they're reissuing it to people.
Ever rope out box set up in the wrist space I'm looking at it.
Well, that's stuff people want to use for playing, so I don't really think they want a box set. You've been trying to give a box set away from last season. Darren Gray from West Anglia Subbuteo, he's been getting people involved as well. He has also been getting kids, when I say kids, people 16 to 18 years of age with learning difficulties playing Subbuteo. So big shout out to Darren, and Alan Lee has said try and get him on the show one week because he's a big story to tell about what he's getting involved in over there. So well done, Darren, and
Get him on.
well done everybody donating stuff. If you want to donate any equipment or any old teams or bases you have, donate them to Alan Lee and he'll reissue them to people.
I'm sacking the CLRs. I'm sacking the CLRs.
Is this anything to do with the recent tournament that you played in?
No, Barry. I was chatting to Barry, and I've come to realise that
They're shite.
No, I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to say this shit.
After all your preaching you done, and
just because I do so well with them.
And you preached the what do you call them? Studio Star. A couple of weeks ago, spent thousands of pound bases.
Give them a go. I still say give them a go. Anybody give them a go. I'll send Alan a team. They hand out.
There you go.
Whoever gets a team can let us know how they get on with them. All right.
All right.
There's fuck all wrong with them.
Are you giving one away your hand painted teams as well?
Well, we'll have to do. What one?
Oh no, who do you sacrifice? You have so many.
I'll send the Derry City team over.
Jesus. Right. Let's move on. Fair play to you. Good lad. If I have anything there, I'll send it as well. So
I am good. Sure I am good like that.
I'm sure I have a set of Sure Shots.
You'll not send nothing. You'll not send nothing.
Give back to the community. Give back to the community. Right, let's go and do fantasy football, you gimp.
Fat Ronaldo cunt fucking scores again tonight. That's the end of him for me. Man United fucking shit anyway. But Fat Ronaldo bastard scores.
Right. Can I get on with the scores here and the doors? This week is sponsored by...
the big lanky fucker. One of our boys headbutted him in the box. Apologies. Move on. Stop. All right.
Step it out. Oh, fuck, Ireland, they're scored. Right. Scores on the doors. I'm ahead of you, so don't be looking behind you. Right. Scores on the doors. Thomas Regan, top of the table. 738 points. John Henson, the animal devote who done the great video for us last week. Great video. Second. Up into second.
Ooh,
he had
busted the top three now.
79 points he had. He's what is he? About 16 points behind. He's doing good. He's doing good, boy. Nicely's dropped the third.
Shake
playing
nicely.
Chopper FC said the same, and Thomas O'Flaherty said the same. I Love Hazard, Natalie McCulloch has moved up to 7th. Any other big movers? Daz Clark has moved up to 9th. The Hybrid Man's up to 14th.
He's definitely behind, man, now. Hybrid Man's definitely behind.
Thomas Regan's up to 17th. Kane Hogan Kane Hogan's not happy about you.
I've seen that. Cycling man. I apologise, Kane. Jesus.
Rolling your eyes at our fans and our fucking followers and our players in our fantasy football league. You big brutey. Martin O'Bradley, you've dropped.
Dropped it, what?
You've dropped the 26th. Chicken Tikka Taka, the god of the beautiful fountain, has overtaken you.
Huh?
He's went above you. not talking about anybody else in the league from now on. All right, that's it. Don't worry about that.
Where did you end up, Watson? 30 what? 30 what?
I'm still trying to find myself here. 33. 33rd.
Are you bottom? Are you last?
No, there's 4 people below me.
You're fucking shite at fantasy football. That's because you bit me.
Here comes Oisin with who's hot, who's not.
Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. You can give it to me when I need to come along.
Well, Harja, Jim Tashev. Well, folks, how are you all? No game this week, so you can all keep an eye on your players on international duty. Of course, Ronaldo didn't get a look on against Era. Our boy from Derry here, Shane Duffy, had an excellent match, of course. Really enjoyed that game. I hear Watson's at the bottom of the Fantasy Football League. May well be up for the sack, but don't be worrying, Watsy. I hear there's a job going at Rangers for you. So, Slán agus Banna, Cheek me Shivan, Chag Hugging. See you all next week, folks. Slán.
Thank you, Oisin. Obviously, there's no game week next week because of the international football. So, thank you, Oisin, for that little contribution.
What's that one to me?
Match. They're playing the internationals this weekend.
Also, they don't play their.
They don't play their home club teams. Do you want to introduce our guest?
Yes, I do, ladies and gentlemen. What about this? Hey, the one, the only American national champion, Patrick Sheridan, in the house.
Hey, Patrick. Show, Patrick.
How's it going?
What's the crack, Pat?
It's good, man. Can you see me? All good?
See,
You're all
just
good, eh?
sit back a wee. See, you know. You wearing a suit and tie?
I'm not. No, flannel.
Flannel.
Yeah.
Mountain man. Hey, mountain man, you see?
Yeah.
Is it Pat? Do you like Pat or Patrick or?
I go by either. It depends, I tell people when I was growing up, I would always introduce myself as Patrick, but everyone would just shorten it to Pat. And so it just became Pat without me ever saying that. And now I just roll with it. So it's a little of both,
If you were from Donegal, they would call
Got
you.
the ball in for you, mate.
What'd you guys say?
If you were from Donegal, they would call you Packy.
Packy. All right.
Packy Sheridan.
That's funny.
Suits you, man. That suits you. I like that.
Maybe I'll change it to that next. I'll get business cards made.
Harsh tricks anyway. Everything good with you?
What'd you say?
Is everything good with you? All good?
Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, so we've been working today. I'm actually in my office. We have a conference room next door, so all my friends that I work with are in the other room over kind of. We've been.
No saying fuck or wankers or fucking nothing like that. There, no cursing.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. No, we're all good. We rent the top floor of the building because it's kind of separate from all the other businesses and stuff, so we can be a little loud and annoying and stuff, and nobody cares, because we're in the rest of the building. Yeah, we make beer essentially. We brew beer, and so the rest of the people in the office all have other gigs that aren't brewing beer. So we're there.
Oh, is that your brewery office?
Yeah.
Oh, very good, man. Very good.
You need to send us some beer, Patrick.
Yeah, I might. We'll figure out. I'll put it in a shoe or something. We'll figure out how to get it through cup.
So this shit's no good to you?
Yeah, actually, the people who distribute that, who sell it to all the liquor stores here, sell our product too.
Well, say nothing bad about them then. Say nothing bad about them.
Yeah, not loud at least. Not when it's recorded.
We love Budweiser. We love Budweiser.
Apologies, I never got to meet you when you were in Ireland. Did you have a nice trip? Did you enjoy your visit to the shed?
I did. Yeah, it was awesome. Honestly, Ireland was so cool. Thailand, my wife and I had a good time. We did kind of a lap around the whole island, so it was really sweet. We saw a lot of cool stuff. I think we spent as much time in the car as we did out exploring and stuff like that. But we saw the island because of that, right? And,
That's it. Man.
yeah, it was honestly really cool. A lot of cool stuff. And playing in the shed was obviously a blast. We talked about that for days afterwards. It was so cool. Thank you for having us.
My pleasure, man. Jeez, it was brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah. I told Zach how we pulled up and we're sitting in your driveway in a taxi, and the taxi wouldn't let us out because he didn't accept credit card after they told us he would. I don't know if you remember that.
No credit cards. You mad?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. That was a stressful moment, but we got into the shed. We got playing some Subbuteo, and it was a good time. So yeah.
And I've been told 100 times by Bradley, he drew one each with you before you get warmed up and started whipping everybody's ass.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
He got a draw with the national champion of America. That's hard to believe, man.
He did get a draw. He did, Yeah.
And I beat him twice since.
I don't know what he took that beer he gave me. I was a little tipsy. It's fun.
We better saw an extra on it, Patrick.
Yeah, I straightened it up a little bit. Yeah, it looked like I had 14 fingers in the pitch, but yeah.
But a day hospitality.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was really cool. We saw going out to the bar with you, Martin Oak, was awesome. Tyler and I talked about that, just like kind of going out and hanging out and seeing it from your side, because in every other city we went to in Ireland, we did the very tourist thing, like whatever was on Google. But with you, we just went to the bar we went to, and it was just a really cool experience. It was fun. Fun to, hang out that night. It was awesome. So.
Good night's crack, man. It was good night's crack.
We used that bar for a competition. It was like one of our venues let us down for last minute, and we used upstairs in that bar, and it's such a cool bar. It's a great spot.
Where we were sitting was where we played the All Ireland.
Oh, that's awesome! Super cool.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I know.
Yeah,
it's great,
cool.
isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I drank that much Guinness in my life up to that point cumulatively. But then and then my trip in Ireland, I think I had about 200 Guinness, which was not bad. It was good.
You like the Guinness then? What's your beer that you brew? What is it, like a lager, or is it a ale, or?
I ran downstairs before you called me to try to grab some, and people have drank it all, so I couldn't grab one for you. The rest is stored in our warehouse, which isn't here, so I couldn't show you. But yeah, it's kind of a unique thing. We take the sap of a palm tree, like with coconuts. We tap it for sap, and we take that sap and we ferment it just like you would a beer. So it looks like a lager in a glass, kind of, yeah. Looks like a Carlsberg in a glass. This is the best way to put it, but yeah.
And it tastes like a what? Like a normal regular beer?
Like a lager, yeah. It's a little unique. It is like the first couple sips are unique and a little like an acquired taste. But after the first couple sips, it's like a regular beer. It's 6.8%, so it gets pretty strong on you.
That's what you want.
Yeah, it's good. And then our marketing here in the U.S. is, we ferment all the sugar out, so it's zero sugar and stuff.
Very good. Happy days. Hey, can we just talk about beer all night and forget about the Subbuteo?
Yeah, that sounds good. Speaking of Subbuteo, I have my box next to me. I didn't do what's in your box last night, but I can do that and send it over to you.
Yeah, just send us it, and we'll put it on later on the show. What about your Subbuteo story? How did you come to find Subbuteo in America?
So you had Paul Eyes on a couple weeks ago, right? And so my story is that I went to the middle school that Paul Eyes started that middle school club. I did not play in the middle school club, but I did have Paul as a teacher only for homeroom, not for any specific class. He yelled at me a lot, he'll tell you that.
Come on, Paul.
He always wanted everyone to read, and I was like, look, man, I don't read. That's not a thing I'm doing. And so we went back and forth, and that was funny. But then when I went to high school in 9th grade, like when you're like 14 years old, I had a friend, Nick Trainer, who still plays occasionally here. He shows up to play in some events here and there, kind of more to see everybody, right, in table soccer. But Nick played in the middle school league and was really good. And I went, and I've known him for a long time, and I went over to Nick's house and saw this table, and I was like, what the hell is this? And he showed me the pitch, he showed me his players, and we played around a little bit, and I made fun of him so much. I was like, you're a nerd. You're a nerd, right? And I was like, this shit is weird, and I don't want any part of this. But then we played more and more. By the time I left his house that day, I think I'd actually been making fun of him for weeks, but by the time I left his house that day, I was like, I need a set of this. I need this, and I thought it was so cool. And anyone who knows me will say I have an addictive personality with everything I do. And in about 6 months, I knew the whole history of like the Subbuteo Falcon and how the game came about and everything else, and was just so hooked on it. I thought it was just the coolest thing. And it was really because of Nick kind of taking the time to weather the storm of me making fun of him that day and teach me how to play. And we played a bunch. And then, so I actually got my mom drive me to Paul Eis's house because I was in high school at the time. And he invited me over to come to the shrine. At that point, it didn't have as many signatures on it. And I remember being so short that I like reached up to sign the shrine. It was eye level, but I was like up here signing the shrine, the wall. And and everybody just writes their name on it. I did like cursive, tried to like do like a correct signature and stuff on it, which was like pretty funny kind of thing, and shows kind of my age and stuff at the time, which I love. And so Paul sold me a set that day with my mom, and Paul said, do you want to play a game, I think? And I don't remember exactly, but I think Paul and I like played a game or a half or, 10 minutes or something like that with the set that I bought. They were Sure Shots. I don't know if you guys have.
Yeah, I have a set.
They were Ireland. It was an Ireland Sure Shot team. Because I had told Paul that my dad's whole side of the family was Irish and stuff, and he had given me an Ireland team. So I played with an Irish set of Sure Shots for a long time when I first started playing. Which was really cool. It was fun. And
you still have them?
I think so, somewhere, or somebody that I know has them. They're in the community somewhere. I don't know. They actually have nail polish on the bottom of them, because back then we didn't really know what to do to varnish them, and we were all trying to figure out how to make the bases slide more consistently and better. And I stole my sister's nail polish and would use a Q-tip and put nail polish on them and let it settle off to varnish, and that actually varnished the bases really well. So there's pink nail polish on the bottom of those bases wherever. Which is kind of cool, right? It was a cool, innovative thing at the time. I was like, thought I was hot shit with my bases that could slide forever. And that was really sweet. And then, so basically, Paul invited me to play in the Maryland Subbuteo Club because he had the middle school league. But for anyone that was high school that was interested, once you kind of graduated from middle school, he said, just select players. He didn't want 20 high school kids in his house. So it's like players, he said he could come. And so I came to the Maryland Subbuteo Club, and we played every Thursday for years, for a long time. And I would play on Thursdays, but all the guys there that were older in their 30s and 40s, I don't know, they seemed a lot older than me at the time. They probably weren't that much older than me. They would all beat me, and I was like, this ain't happening for long. I'm going to figure this out. And so I would strategically text Dan Cranston, who everyone knows now, USA table soccer. And I would text Dan, and I taught Dan how to play because we went to different high schools, and I wanted to be friends with Dan for a long time after that because I thought he was a nice guy. And so I was like, hey, if I teach you how to play table soccer, then we'll have an excuse to hang out when we're going to different high schools and stuff. And so I taught him how to play, and then eventually got better than me, which is fucking annoying. But I taught Dan how to play and convinced Dan to come to his first tournament and stuff like that, so that Dan and I could remain friends. And that obviously worked because we talk all the time and stuff, and that's really cool. But so in order to beat the older guys, I would text or call Dan and say, hey, I want to play with you. And I knew Dan would only be good for 2 or 3 games before he'd get tired and not want to play anymore. So then I would talk to Nick Trainer and say, hey, I want to play 2 or 3 games with you. And I would just time it. Neither of them knew I was playing each other, playing one and then the other. But I would go to Dan's house in the morning and Nick's house in the afternoon. And then I'd come home and play more. And I got pretty good doing that. And I started to beat the older guys, and the older guys would get frustrated and stuff because this 15-year-old kid came in and was beating them 3-0 and 4-0 and stuff like that. And obviously that just fueled the fire. And I was like, I'm going to beat you again, and started to get better as often the events. And,
you're a bit of a Subbuteo hero then.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You were sleeping around with everybody nobody knew.
Yeah. I was just loving the game and learning more about it. I was like, Well, I was on like the Fistive forums, and the ASA had a forum back when internet forums were a thing, and I was talking to people all around the world, and I was just like trying to make it really cool, you know. I just thought it was really cool and trying to learn more about it and meet people. And at the time, so the U.S., I don't know, most people understand the size of the U.S., but just in case, like when we played Connecticut, you know, that was, I forget the hours, but it was like a 5-hour drive to play the guys in Connecticut. Is far, right? And in Europe, you don't really experience that to get from one tournament to the next. And that was the next closest club to us. And growing up, I didn't really experience anything outside the East Coast of the U.S., like Maryland, Delaware, Virginia, right in that area when I was younger. And Subbuteo, all of a sudden, I'm messaging this dude in Argentina, and people in Malta are talking to me, and that like opened the world to be this much bigger place than I had known it previously. And so Subbuteo was like a really cool way to talk to people around the world and see other cultures and things that I would never experience without Subbuteo. And I think, so at first I was just enamored by this cool game, but then it became a way to communicate with people around the world, which is why hanging out at the bar was just as cool in Derry than playing the game in the shed, right? Because it was meeting people from around the world and understand the culture and everything like that. So, yeah.
Two wives were getting a bit fed up. We were sitting chatting about the box and the keeper and bases and fucking playing this dude and playing that dude. And
yeah.
Katrina and Tyler were just sitting looking at each other, thinking,
yeah.
These two nerds.
Like being in a fraternity or something like that, you know? And and that was the next draw for Subbuteo, and really what kept me playing after that initial couple years of trying to get good. And then at that point, I didn't care as much if I was good or not. I just enjoyed the side of traveling and stuff, and you know.
And you mentioned Dan Cranston there. I stumbled across one of Dan's old Subbuteo, like he breaks down matches and games. This was a few years ago that he was posting these on YouTube. That guy has so much knowledge of Subbuteo. Like you say, he came in the same time as you, and now he's like progressed so much quicker than you. No, he's quite a player.
He's the champ. He's the champ.
Dan, if you're listening to this, I'm excited.
Dan Cranston's good, but
but that you explain how you came to beat him. All these different people.
So Dan, so there was a period of time where I thought I was too cool for Subbuteo, and so I was away at college and stuff like that, and I wasn't playing as much. And Dan really locked down in that time and got much better. And Dan has widened the gap and continues to widen the gap. But and he's just a really good player. And I think Christian Filipella in California, and then Dan, I think, are really the two best players in the U.S. right now. And I was lucky to not have to play him in the national, and I had a couple great results in the national, and I'm excited about that against Paul and Zach, who are two awesome players too. But Dan got really good because in the U.S. we kind of see it as if we want to get really good, we have to play a lot of European players. Because right now there's a handful of us that could be pretty good, I think, but we can only play each other. So how do we get better if we're just playing to each other's level all the time, right? If the bottom half of to use the UK stuff, the bottom half of the EPL always played only the bottom half of the EPL, how would they ever know if they could ever beat the people at the top half? And I kind of feel like we're the bottom half of the EPL right now, and we don't get the opportunity to play in one of the top half, so we don't understand the strategy that those teams are playing or those players are playing with. And Dan really pioneered how Dan was able to start to bridge that gap and get better. And because he got better and then we had to play Dan, we all got better. So Dan was the rising tide in Subbuteo. And how he did that was he watched an insane amount of YouTube videos on all the best European players. He studied all of their games. When we were at the World Cup, I won't name any names, I don't want to embarrass him, but when we were at the World Cup, Dan would have a full scouting report for every single player that played. He plays this way to this side, and he knew every single habit that they have, every single way. And, the reason he had that because he had seen them play so many times, but he wasn't watching them to have a scouting report. He was watching them to understand how the game is played at a high level. And just so happened that he had seen this guy play 20 different games against 20 different players and knew how he was going to react. And this guy's only going to shoot it low, and this guy's only going to chip to the back post. So keep a little tighter to the back post. This guy can't chip. So if you just play the goalie flat, he's never going to score on you, and stuff like that. And Dan had all that. And it was amazing. And it really helped us all in the World Cup. Dan would just tell us all this stuff, but he got better. He got better by watching the best players play, because that was the best substitute. If you can't play the top teams in the EPL, you can study how they play, study them. I don't know soccer as well, but study how they're playing and decide, like, okay, that's actually a really good idea. This play that they ran here was really good. What if we tried to run that play and practice that and figure that out? And Dan did that. And he would come back and be like, hey, we're all shooting this way. The top European players are actually shooting this way. And I think they actually have a 5% better chance of scoring because of that. And he would do that in every aspect of the game. And we would all, not all of us, Zach really ate into it. Paul did a little bit. A lot of other guys really did. Me, the same thing I did when I first learned how to play, making fun of Nick, calling him a nerd, just called Dan a nerd. And I was like, fuck off. It was really good, because then Dan got so much better because of it. And then he started traveling to Europe with all of this knowledge and started playing these better players and implementing the things that he thought would work and tested them, and they really did. And he became a much better player, and then we had to try to figure out how to beat him, so we all became better players because of it.
Yeah.
And so it was really cool. It was a really cool thing. Yeah.
You've done a lot of traveling yourself.
Yeah, I've like I said, Subbuteo is really an excuse to go travel the world and see a lot of places and things. And I see it that way. And, whether I win a game or lose a game and can play in a tournament or just play people in the shed, I love it all. And I just like it. I just like it as an excuse and a reason to travel. And so I have been doing some traveling recently, and we're doing some more soon. And hopefully I get back over and see you guys soon too. Yeah,
definitely. And you have a competition coming up soon, don't you?
So actually this Saturday Zach and I are going to San Francisco. It's like a 2.5 hour flight, 3 hour flight from us. We're going there to play in what's called the Western States Open, which is kind of an old trophy that wasn't played for a lot of years. And then we did it once in Denver, and then they're going to play it in San Francisco. And so we're going there to try to play. So Zach and I, and they actually have 15 people in the event. So pretty good.
Fucking brilliant, man. Brilliant.
Magic.
Yeah. A lot of those guys came to our national in Denver, so I just really wanted to support them, and didn't want to spend a lot of money, and didn't have a lot of time, and kind of didn't tell my wife I was booking it. So I just booked the flight in the morning. So I booked the flight the morning of the event. I'm landing in San Francisco, Ubering from the airport to the event, playing, and then flying out at midnight that night, and going to come back.
Same day, man.
Yeah, just to get the games in, and I just really wanted to support them, and say thanks for hosting the event, and do that kind of thing.
That's a good thing about Subbuteo. Like, people, if you go to their events, they'll come to you. That's the good thing about it. If you're willing to make the effort, then you'll get the people coming back. Yeah. And it must be hard for you guys, because of the size of the country. It's like flights or 24-hour drives that you don't want to do. So it must be really hard.
Yeah. And so what I really hope is that the Western States Open will become, when I was in Derry, we were talking about how you have an event. I forget the names of all the clubs, but you have the club in Derry, and then you have the two clubs, like the Scottish club, the English club, and the Welsh club, right?
Yeah.
And you guys play like a little circuit. And so what we have is we have Denver, we have a couple clubs in California that kind of make up a group, and then we have Boise, and there's actually a few players in Boise, Idaho, and there's actually a few players in Seattle that we're trying to get to make a more regular club. And I think between those 4 or 5 clubs, we could get essentially a Western circuit going for our friends, similar to how you're doing. And that's our goal. I hope that works out for the next couple of years and we start to get that going. But
good.
It'd be good to get that going, because it gives everybody a focus that it's going to happen every year. So you can plan like every year whose turn it is and where you're going. So you can plan a year in advance, basically, that you're going to go to Denver, or you're going to go to wherever you're going to go to the next year. So it's good. Yeah. It's good that way. COVID obviously messed everybody about, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I mean, everybody and messes everybody up and locks everyone down. And when you can't fly in the U.S., you're kind of locked into your own spot.
You're fucked.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I was telling Martin, to give you an idea, like my wife and I go to Moab every year, and we drive there. It's a 5.5 hours around or each way, 5.5 hours each way, just to go for like a trip that we do, and just to give you an idea of like how spread out everything is. And that's just to go to the other side of the state that we live in Colorado.
Hiking, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So,
Crazy.
yeah.
Here, we're going to get a wee look at what's in your box. So here is Patrick's What's in Your Box.
Hey everyone, my name is Patrick Sheridan. So Martin Ogan Lawrence asked me to do a What's in Your Box, and so I'm going to go ahead and do this. So here it is. So there's my box here, nice and small, and sweet and compact here. So basically what we have is an old cigar box. I ended up paying about $1 for this thing. Super awesome. So we open it up, and it's real simple here. So what do we have first? We'll start with the stickers. Everything means something important to me. And so we have Maryland Subbuteo Club. Obviously the club I started playing, learned a lot from Maryland. And then Colorado Subbuteo Club. I live in Colorado now. Love all the guys there. And then Boise Unemployed Subbuteo Club, also known as Bustle 95 here. Bunch of guys that I love to death, and love playing with those guys out in Boise. So that's that. And then what do I have? I have a single team here. So team all white, everything, bought them from Paul Eyes at Table Soccer USA. You can buy a lot of stuff from Table Soccer USA, so make sure to give him a shout out. How about these CC2s a little while ago? Been playing with them since, won nationals with them, so shout out to Table Soccer USA for helping me out with that. And then with this goalie I got from the Lions, a European Greek team that I play with. So it's a Greek hand-painted keeper they gave me, super cool. I love it, and this handle is aluminum, but super heavy, and I just love the weight of it. So I do that. I actually drilled out, if you look closely, I drilled out the end here so that the keeper can actually sit in the box and fold and close. And then I have this polishing cloth, which is a pretty simple polishing cloth, and I have a bunch of little pins that I've gotten over the years. I also keep this. We made this at our national. Let me see if I can get it in the camera there. So basically this is a throw-in distance and a corner kick distance. So kind of exciting there with my name on it. And that's it. So yeah, so what's in your box? Thanks so much.
Excellent. It's a beautiful box. And all
Best
for
box
$1.
in the business. Best box in America.
Not even $1 bill that you had yourself. You just got it for free, basically.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'd buy that.
so-
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. So it is a cigar box, and I just went into a cigar shop and asked if they had any extra boxes, and the guy was like, "We sell them for $1." And I was like, "All right," I tried to give him a credit card for the $1, and he laughed. And,
There's that credit card again.
Yeah, and somebody else asked.
Yard,
Yeah, I never asked. And the other guy there gave me $1 and said, "Here, I got you, man. No worries." I was, it was a long time ago now. I was thinking about it last night as I was going to do that "What's in Your Box" thing, and I was thinking about when I got this, and I was still living in Towson, Maryland, which was like a long time. So
Here is we're going to show you this week's goal of the week. So here is this week's goal of the week.
Now I've got a cousin called Kevin.
Both, but yeah, yeah.
Oh, sick shot. Well done, 1-0 Benny.
All right, Patrick. So we've just seen the 3 goals. What's your pick for goal of the week?
Professional. What's your professional opinion?
my professional opinion is goal number 3.
Barry Spence, well done. Well done, Barry.
Well done, Barry.
All right, guys.
Patrick.
Thanks so much.
Right, Patrick, we'll let you go, man.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks so much. All right.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure. Good seeing you again.
Yeah. Good seeing you. All right.
Don't be a stranger.
Take it easy.
Yeah, I will. I'll be back in Ireland soon. See ya. Bye.
And don't forget
Bye,
us to
man.
send that. Don't forget to send that palm beer to us.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Sounds good, man. Yeah. Bye.
Good luck, Pat. Thank you, Patrick. Absolute gentleman, and thank you for taking time out of your
Fucking
busy
star.
day.
Yankee boy.
Hard
Yankee
for-
boy. He's not just some Yankee boy, is he?
It's hard for the Americans to come on, you know, and they're middle of the day, like so.
1 o'clock's his lunch break, man.
I know we appreciate
Wasting
it.
his lunch break, and you.
Appreciate the effort. Match highlights. Martin O'Bradley from Patrick Sheridan, who was in your shed. So here is this week's match highlights with Patrick Sheridan.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just up? I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a sex that's bringing me down. I went to a whore. Instead, my life's a bore. Choke with my wife and couldn't bring her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Grasping to control, so I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Like a
Thank you, Martin O'Bradley. Excellent,
Pleasure.
excellent as always,
Pleasure.
and great game. I'm sorry I missed the actual match when I was.
It's a pity we didn't have a good recording of my 1-1 draw.
I know we've heard about this draw. Might never have happened, did it?
When I was 1-0 up until the last 2 minutes. But we're not going about it. Again,
Not going about it again.
against the American national champion. But we're not.
Yeah, no, I
Not
know.
going
We've
about it. Not going about it.
we've already discussed this in the interview.
All right.
There's no need. There's no need to keep
Not
going
going
on.
No,
Here,
nobody's going on about it. You keep going on about it. You keep going on about me being 1-0 up for fucking the vast majority of the game.
no, right, okay.
Holding on
Right.
to all the pressure. But we're not going on about it.
I'm going to show a video diary from our Halloween competition a couple of weeks ago that I done myself. So here is a wee video diary from me. Check it out. Welcome to Derry City
Frightening flicks. Oisin Moore dressed up. Who's that and who's not? We have 6 people playing tonight. Barry, Kenny, don't know where Barry is, he's there. Kenny, D, Jenkins and Martin O'Bradley. So keep your wee results. Martin Og playing D, Barry and Kenny. Big one to start to kick off. The last time they played in the final, Barry Spence won. Woo. And Oisin Moore. My nemesis. Nemesis. Me and Oisin, 1 each. I took a lead, Oisin equalised. Minute second before half time. Bastard. 1 each anyway, so both of us are on the same points. I think down the street. Barry's bottom, he lost 4-0 to Kenny. Martin Og, what was your score? 3-0, Martin Og's won. So Martin Og and Kenny are top points, goals separating them. That's right. Round 2, me and D Jenkins. Martin Og and Kenny Beggs. Barry Spence, Oisin Moore. Kenny Beggs took Barry's team and beat them with him 4-0. Second round, controversial win against D Jenkins. Sorry D. Disallowed goal, disallowed goal. 1-0 to me. Kenny Beggs. How'd you get on? 3-0 to Kenny.
What was your score? 1-0?
1-0. How'd you get on up here? Oisin and Barry? 1-0. 1-0. Well done, Barry. Not bottom of the table anymore, Barry. Next round. Third round of matches. Me and Barry. Kenny and D. Martin Ogan. Oisin and Wayne. Big second place playoff. Me and Barry. 2-0 to Barry. Kenny and D. 4-0.
Yeah. Yep.
Martin Ogan. Oisin the Wayne. 2. Who's the 1-0 there? He needs to go to bed soon, so. Round 4, I'm down to 4th. Ooh, who's up in the second, Barry?
I'm up on the second.
Martin Oak's second. Kenny's.
+1, Barry's -1.
Take. Fourth round. I'm going to beat Kenny Beggs in the last round. Fourth round, I'm playing this frigger. Bradley, who's just realised he's man above me in the fantasy football tonight. 60 odd points. Barry Spence playing D Jenkins. Kenny Beggs is playing the child, who's still polishing.
What's all these big plays about?
Oh! Big results here tonight. Watson has beat Bradley. 2-1, Bradley. Final second of the game.
2-1.
Kenny and Oisin. 2-0 and D and Barry.
It's not G and D playing for the
1 each. Well done, D. Woo! Last round of games with Kenny Beggs. Kenny 1-0. Good game. Should have scored a couple of times. Barry and Martin Og.
1-0.
2. Oh, Barry Spence goes up in the second. I get third then, do you? Oisin and D. 1 each, well done. You stay off the bottom. No wooden spoon for Oisin. Woo, shot. 1-0 to me, or Kenny.
1-0
to Kenny. Should have scored.
Kenny Beggs, number 1. Number 2, Barry Spence. Third place.
Get in, ya boy! I'll take that. Don't worry about the rest of the table. Where'd you end up, Martin Oak? Fourth. Nah. Cheers. Well done. Congratulations, Kenny Beggs. Frightening Flicks champion. Barry Spence, second place. D Jenkins, bottom of the table. Oisin, second from bottom. Good night. Good crack. Cheers. See you all next week. Bye.
Finally. Secret weeks to get on the show.
You're a yak.
I've tried to add this in every week and the show's been too long the last couple of weeks, so there you go. Finally got it. If it did make it. If it did make it. If the director or the editor doesn't edit me out again. Right. Let's go and have a wee look at results from around the globe. It still doesn't have a name or an intro. Martin Oak Bradley.
Fucking name or an intro result. Well, we're not going to go mad on it this week.
No, keep it short. Sorry. Can we start somewhere local?
Somewhere local.
Yeah,
We can
like
indeed.
in Derry, maybe.
That's all right. All right. If you want to start in Derry, we'll start in Derry.
Do you want to discuss our game?
Uh,
Do you want to tell the people now that you're undefeated in the last 2 games against you?
I don't know. My glasses is all fogged up.
Fogged up because you're raging.
It's the lack of a dehumidifier and floor down heating in the shed.
Oh, you need to get that sorted, mate.
Your glasses wouldn't fog up in the shrine.
Definitely not.
Where did we get the results? What was it called?
It was the anniversary cup.
I don't know why is it not here.
I
Oh,
don't know.
there it is. There it is.
Is this from Vincent's page?
No, it's not from Vincent's page.
Where do you get all the results? Do you want to tell people where you get all your results from?
Do you want me to read you out the fucking results from
Go
our
on,
cup
then.
that you started off for?
Go on then.
Right. So, 2 groups of 4, 8 players.
Good turnout.
Good turnout. A group of deaf and a good group. So Barry Spence topped his group with 3 wins out of 3, 9 points. D. Jenkins, superstar
Brilliant.
on the night.
Brilliant.
Superstar, played fucking brilliant, man. 4 points, a 1-1 draw against Jude. Only went down 1-0 to Barry Spence. And what? The hottest man in Subbuteo, Ashley Moore, fucking 2-1.
Here, I have to say, D doesn't get enough recognition on the show. He's brilliant. He's playing very well, and I'm glad. I was very glad to see him getting out of his group. Well done, D.
Well, you'll have him on one these days.
Yes, well, once he gets the technology. He still has a Nokia 6210 as a phone.
Works. Still works.
Still works.
Still works.
Still has Snake. Still has Snake. None of us have Snake. He has it.
He's some scoring Snake. So Group B, Kenny Beggs topped the group, 3 wins out of 3, closely followed by Lawrence Watson. Okay. With a great 1-1 draw against Brendan Rogers, 2-1 win over Martin O'Bradley.
Thank you.
And a 4-0 hiding from Kenny Beggs.
The 4-0 hiding from Kenny Beggs was like the hardest to take. I was playing so well, and then I was just denting my confidence getting into the semi-finals.
Well, you went down to the semi-finals. How did you get on the semi-finals?
Walloped.
Did you? There, Barry.
Barry Spence beat me 5-1.
Semi-finals, 5-1 to Barry Spence. And then per D and the semi-finals. First semi-final, I think. 4-0.
Yeah, first semi-final since coming to the club.
And then
4-0 against
4-0
against Kenny Beggs.
I have the final as 0-0, but it wasn't. It was 1-1, wasn't it?
Reaching the final, and then go ahead.
Hold on. My Alexa started playing. Alexa, stop playing. Fuck's sake.
It's shit show.
So the final 1-1 from Kenny and Barry, and then Barry, what was it? First minute golden goal, and 5 minutes extra time. Very good. So Barry Spence, this year's anniversary cup winner, champion. Congratulations, Barry.
Congratulations,
Chopper FC.
Barry. Well done, Chopper. Excellent. Delighted for you. Commiserations, Kenny Beggs. Kenny's been finals obviously every tournament he gets to final, but he's starting to lose a few now, isn't he?
Well, Barry's on form.
Him and Barry are sort of taking turns and taking titles, aren't they, each week?
Our Barry's been on form. Barry's been
The thing-
top in his game again.
The funny thing was, Barry won the last competition and brought the trophy, forgot the trophy. And then Kenny won the competition and Barry brought the trophy home. So Barry's wife was cracking up with his trophy coming home all the time.
On the fucking
And he wasn't winning it. And now
Stinking
he's won
trophy.
again.
Now he's won it.
He forgot it this week and he's still stuck with it. But he did say when he walked into the club he didn't need it. He didn't need the trophy because he was going to win it. So fair play, Barry. Where are we going
Very
next?
We're just going to go to England now. How about that?
Whereabouts?
New club on the scene.
Yep.
Durham City Table Football Club had their first WASPA competition. 3 players, all you need.
All you need, folks.
All you need. Great games. Graham Gibson took the title, beating Alan Ranson in the final. Fantastic.
Well done.
Very good. Good to
Well
see
done,
another
Greg.
new club on the scene. Brilliant. I
Yeah.
think Nick Pearson was at that. I'm not sure.
Hey?
I think Nick Pearson was at that.
Oh,
Now, you've already mentioned him. East Lancashire Subbuteo Club, didn't you?
no, that was West.
West Lancashire?
Yeah.
West back?
Anglia.
Oh, West Anglia. My apologies.
You're okay. Don't worry.
My
I'll
English
keep you right.
geography is not the best.
I'll keep you right.
East Lancashire, never eat. So that's way up.
Ever
Oh.
eat? Does everybody still do that?
Hmm.
Ever eat shredded wheat?
If you don't have to do that, there's something wrong with you. Means you're a fucking spacer. You don't have to remember that.
You're the smartest person in the world. Where's East?
East.
That way.
That way. Man, look, am I back to front? Doesn't matter, fuck. East Lancashire Subbuteo Club, right? North England, brilliant. 10 players, 2 groups. Who's in the final?
I don't know who's up that direction of the world. Not Alan Lee.
Nah, sexiest man in Subbuteo, Brian Daly. But Manchester Table Football Club, who have come back on the scene now, bit Danny Lally in the final. Semi-finalists and played final. Lucas Whittle was in the final, beaten by Gavin Roper. And there's
Gavin Roper's
another
making a lot of appearances lately, hasn't he?
He'd be all over up in North, hasn't he? I think that's his club, East Lancashire. Oxfordshire, another new club. South of England.
Very nice. Very nice.
Sport Vale Table Football Club. So if you're in the Oxfordshire region, there's a Subbuteo club. Sport Vale Table Football Club. First competition. Stephen George, who's the organizer, Steve George, he won. Paul Riddler.
Oh!
Hey, and Mark Lynn, the other 2 boys playing. So very good. Very good.
Oh, Paul Riddler hasn't started this club yet, so he's went to a club. That's good. Brilliant, Paul.
He's went to the club he's playing. Good on you, man. Superstar.
Lady.
Sure, he fucking loved it. We'll have to get a wee video diary of him. You should get a video diary of him. Sure.
Get a video diary of him. Definitely.
Dudley Kingswinford had another WASPA tournament. Only 3 players because of COVID restrictions. But Podcast Supremo Derek Gare was undefeated. Won the event.
Brilliant, Derek.
Campbell there, his son, runner up. Very good.
Well done,
very good.
Well done, Campbell. Fair play.
And promotional tournament, North Shields. Chris Cavery won that there. Beating Nick Pearson and Tom Hislop. So good to see Nick. Good to see Nick flying about.
Nick's going to be on the show in a few weeks' time as well, so
Brilliant.
nice to see Nick.
People enjoy Nick.
A next Letterkenny native.
Another shed appearance.
Another shed appearance. You need to get a wall of shame up, so you do.
Get a wall. Shame?
There's no point in calling the wall of fame.
Shame? A wall of shame? All right. I'll do that.
The wall of shame. What about Solent? Our mates over in Solent. They're weekly now, so I'm sure they have something for you.
Solent, flat out.
After our Marvel appearance last week.
Well, after our Marvel appearance, the one and only Jason Christopher is now topping the league table with 44 points.
Animal.
16 games played. So he has fucking umpteen games in hand. He's another, 8 games in hand. And he's top of the table, 44 points. Paul Lizard coming in second, 44 points. Paul Pearson doing very well. Paul Pearson's he's 18 games played and he's up in 39 points as well. So he'll soon start leapfrogging back into second. And I'd say he'll be fighting Jason for first. There'll be a rumble in the jungle up there.
That's a threat there, Bradley.
So a good few results. Do you want to hear a good few results? Dave the Save Hunter.
Go on, Dave.
Lost 1-0 to Paul Lizard. Malcolm Jameson took a fucking thumping, 5-1 thumping off our Jason Christopher. Corey Martin 1-0 over Steve Smith.
Oh, sorry. Did we not agree we're calling Jason Christopher the Punisher from now on?
All right. Well, all right then. The Punisher thump our Dave a save Hunter. 5-0.
Jesus, Punisher, leave him alone.
Bad. Malcolm Jameson 1-0 over Corey Martin. Paul Izzard 0. Jason Christopher 1. I think that was a tight match last week as well.
Yeah, I think it was as well. I think it was the
Per
only
Dave,
take
per
one he
Dave
had.
doesn't have a good. Per Dave doesn't have a good day. Dave a save. 2-0 against Corey Martin. Corey Martin beat him 2-0. But
Do you know what? That happens to everybody. That happened to me at the start when I went to Derry City. Like I was taking thrations off everybody, 4 and 5-0 every week. Now I'm beating the best man at the club at the time before Kenny and all came down and started whopping his 10.
Well, they were always coming out whopping his 10.
No, but at the start it was only us. You know what I mean?
All right, well, look, many thanks to Jason Christopher for sending us the results. Good to keep Solon going, like seeing their results coming on every week.
Yeah.
Interesting league table.
Send us results, send them away. Cause if you're missing you, send them into us. Messenger or Facebook or whatever, just send them to us and we'll shout them out.
Need to get a few videos coming out of them, boys.
Yeah.
Right, one quick whip over now to Italy. How's that?
Yeah, that'll do us.
That'll do us. Right, Club Firenze had a WASPA 8-man event. They played the Swiss system. Again, it's good to see the Swiss system every now and again. We must try that there. So, final standings, top of the table, Luca Pini. Congratulations.
Well done.
That's the only name I know.
That's the only name you know.
Good name. Oh, good friend of the club, Marco Perotti.
Yes.
And Kearney. They're fucking flat out playing, man. The old Subbuteo. Old rules, old Subbuteo. So they played as well. 4 of 6 matches ended with no winner. All draws. But Emmanuel Perotti is a family affair, man. Emmanuel Perotti tops the table. Marco coming in 2nd place. Simone Perotti 3rd place. And then some outlier, Federico Giovanardi coming in 4th. Brilliant.
Oh, nice pronunciation. Italian classes worked when you were in school.
I'm a man of the world, man. I'm a man of the world.
Well,
anyway, that's your results for the week. That's your results for the week.
Thank you very much. And I like the new slot of the goal of the week now being with the guests. So well done. That was a great thought of yours.
You're very welcome. All I like to do is contribute to your show.
You're starting to get more involved. You're starting to have more of an active role.
Well, all I get is fucking week in, week out complaints. Where's the show? Why's that show not up yet? When are you putting up your show? I'm sorry, boys. It's fucking Watson. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sorry as well. Very, very sorry. But you know what? I have a lot going on, and I just can't produce them as quick.
You're very far back on the camera. It's like you're getting a bit big on the head. It's like you're sitting back all relaxed.
No, this is your part.
Your big massive sofa, and you're fucking all shrunk back on the camera. You can hardly see you.
This is your part where you take over.
What's that? Is that a big giant cushion beside you?
Big cushions and whatever else. No, I just thought I'd give you your time on screen. It's your
all that up. What's that? Yeah, is that a ring light you have on you?
Oh, it's just a light above me, mate.
I think that's a ring light, folks.
Right. Still haven't got a proper leaving thing.
Fucking hair and makeup you need. Never mind the fucking ring light.
Right. Make like a tree and leaf. Got it right this week.
All right.
See you later.
Okay, dogs. Not saying fuck
Thanks
off.
a million.
Anybody know it? Not saying fuck off.
No, I'm not saying that there. Thanks to Toffee Art for donating the prize this month, and thanks to everybody. So there you go. See you all later. Cheerio.